Hello there, wherever you're watching us from across the country. On this 8th day of May, the year 2018, you are tuned in to your favorite program of Business Tuesday. Remember, this is the program where we bring you a highlight of all the business news that took place in the country and also globally. Thank you for joining me for the program. My name is Eddie Nyadwa and the program begins right now. And we go straight in Tanzania, where Tanzanian President John Magufuli convoy was abruptly waved down by residents of Kidodi village in Morogoro. The residents wanted the president to address their water shortage plight. They accused the contractor of a water project in the area of failure to complete a water project that has been paid for and the works not yet complete. President Magufuli then called the principal secretary in charge of water and sanitation, Professor Kitila Mkumbo, and ordered him to fast-track the project. Now, here's the raw footage of what transpired.
Hapa network haipo sasa. Haishiki vizuri network. Nana na simu yake ambayo network ni nzuri. Irete tu tupige ina. Hebu mpigie Profesa. Profesa Mkumbo. Umempata? Alo, Profesa Mkumbo. Marahaba, ujambo? Jambo. Niko kwenye kijiji hapa kinaitwa Kidodi. Kijiji gani? Kidodi. Niko kwenye kijiji cha Kidodi, jirani na Mikumi. Wana mradi wa maji. Kandarasi alipewa fedha. Ameshakula milioni 800. Lakini maji hayatoki. Sasa mimi nataka jibu la haraka. Na huyo kandarasi mtafute, akiwezekana shika weka ndani. Kama naweza aje arudi kwenye mradi wake ashughulikie maji. Na wewe na kuagiza katibu mkuu uje hapa kwenye hii eneo la Kidodi pamoja na Mikumi. Ufuatilie huu mradi wa maji. Utakuja lini? Kesho utakuwa hapa. Haya, mwenyekiti wa kijiji cha hapa ni nani? Au mtendaji wa kata? Nataka tuyamalize haya hapo yote. Nani mtendaji wa kijiji? Yuko wapi? Haya, njoo mama. Wewe ndio nani? Mtendaji wa kijiji. Haya, ongea na huyu Profesa Mkumbo. Msikilize hapo. Halafu umpe namba yako.
Ndiyo, naitwa Lestituta, mtendaji wa kijiji. Ndiyo, Chagaka. Mtendaji wa kijiji cha Tundu, kata ya Kidodi, ambapo ndo kuna huo mradi wa maji ambao unasumbua. Ndiyo. Naomba nikutajie namba yangu uandike ili ukifika kesho tuwasiliane. Sawa. 0712 99 76 71 76 Ndiyo, Lestituta Chagaka. Sawa mheshimiwa. Haya.
Sasa wengine ambao wahusiki wasiandike hii namba. Kwa sababu nimeona wote mnachukua hii namba. Mumwachie huyo Profesa Mkumbo ambaye ni katibu mkuu wa Wizara ya Maji atakuja hapa leo au kesho, ili kusudi mradi huu akaukague vizuri, atachukua hatua. Ndio maana nimeamua nisimame hapa, tunamaliza yote kwa pamoja, kwa sababu ningepitiliza hili swala lisingeshughulikiwa. Zege hailali. Aya.
Now I'm telling you, you got to love President John Magufuli. He's a very hands-on man. He takes things by the horn. Now straight to another news we are making headlines in African continent is that Lesotho Prime Minister Thomas Thame is in Sudan on a 3-day state visit to strengthen bilateral ties. He met with Sudan's Prime Minister Bakri Hassan Saleh. The two have discussed ways of boosting cooperation and consolidating relations. Thabane has called for cooperation in infrastructure development, agriculture, education, trade and security. He's also reiterated Lesotho's support for President Omar al-Bashir in his case against the International Criminal Court. Thabane and his counterpart are due to sign several agreements, including Memorandum of Understanding on Social Security.
We do look forward during your visit to sign a Memorandum of Understanding and to create a committee for political consultation between the two Ministries of Foreign Affairs in the two countries, to be a platform to explore collaboration and coordination.
I assure Your Excellency of my government's continued full support to His Excellency President al-Bashir in his case against the International Criminal Court. Last year, during the General Conference of the ICC in New York, Lesotho spoke publicly against the attitude of the IEC, which seems unfairly to target African leaders.
And now we move straight in West Africa, where Sierra Leone's new president, Julius Maada Bio, has relaunched a monthly national cleaning day. It's part of its efforts to improve hygiene and sanitation in the country, as well as cleaning up the urban environment. The cleaning day will be held every first Saturday of the month, and all citizens in the country are expected to participate. Security officers also participate in the cleaning exercise. It is expected that the initiative will go a long way in improving the sanitation standards in the country. This model of cleaning has previously worked in Rwanda.
The cleaning exercise is good because our country is dirty. People dump their household waste into the drains, and when the storms come, our homes are flooded.
I love the fact that there is full participation of everyone. I love the fact that this is not a party issue now. You have all colors giving out their best.
Kenya's President Uhuru Kenyatta has won this year's African Road Builders Award. The award recognizes heads of state that have implemented infrastructure projects in their country. Kenyatta has been credited for his role in developing the 472-kilometer-long standard gauge railway that connects the coastal city of Mombasa to Nairobi city. Kenyatta will receive his award at a ceremony on the 23rd of May later this month in Busan, South Korea. Last year's winner was Senegal's President Macky Sall for his development of the new city.
For this year, we chose the President of Kenya, Uhuru Kenyatta, on base of 3 criteria. The first one is the social impact of all the infrastructure built in Kenya those last years. And in second, we choose the environment respect of all these projects, and also the innovation of the financing of those projects. In the airline transport politics, now in Kenya, we can take an airplane from Nairobi to Mombasa for just $22. That's only for this example we can choose the President Uhuru Kenyatta.
There are many roads currently being built, including a road called the Outer Ring Road that comes all the way from the airport and connecting to the Thika Superhighway. it has really eased off traffic congestion in that part of the city. In 2013, we are into a new constitution where 15% of the national budget is given to the regional governments, the counties, and a good chunk of that money is being used by the governors to build roads. So wherever you go in Kenya now, there are roads and roads and roads.
Depuis son accession à la magistrature suprême,
since he took office, President Macky Sall gave priority to infrastructure in his National Development Program, which is Senegal's emergent plan. You know, infrastructure facilitates mobility, agricultural production, and industry. Diamaniado is being built to reposition Senegal on the commercial and international level based on economic activities.
And now, still saying with news that touch on President Uhuru Kenyatta is that Ethiopia's Prime Minister Ali Ahmed Abiy is in Nairobi for a state visit and has met President Uhuru Kenyatta. The Prime Minister arrived on Sunday evening and was officially welcomed in the country on Monday by his counterpart. He and Kenyatta are discussing tension along the Kenyan-Ethiopian border, regional security, trade and tourism. Kenya's government spokesperson Manoa Sipisu discussed earlier the importance of ties between the two countries.
Kenya and Ethiopia have enjoyed strong bilateral relations, and these have been deepened further by the special status agreement between the two countries. Kenya and Ethiopia are also key partners in seeking to secure peace and security in the region. Both have committed resources and troops to the cause of finding sustainable peace in Somalia, as well as seeking a path for peace and stability in our northern neighbor, South Sudan. As you can imagine, therefore, the Prime Minister and the President will have bilateral and regional issues as a dominant issue during their official talks.
And now to some good technological advancement news in the country is that Kenya is set to make history if all goes as planned to deploy its first locally made satellite into space. The nano satellite was developed by students and researchers of the University of Nairobi in partnership with the Japanese space agency JAXA. A delegation led by the Education Cabinet Secretary Amina Mohamed will witness the events in Japan.
And we are very pleased to announce this historic occasion when we will be deploying the first Kenyan University satellite. The satellite, as the VC has mentioned, will be deployed from the International Space Station on Friday, the 11th of May at 1 o'clock. And we invite the members of the press, the Kenyans, and the students to come and witness this historic occasion, which is a milestone in terms of the development of science and in terms of the building capacity to excite Kenyans to get involved in the study of science subjects. The satellite to be deployed is a 10 by 10 by 10 CubeSat. That is about 10 centimeters by 10 centimeters by 10 centimeters. And this weighs about 1.4 kilograms. But the important thing is that this is a journey we have started to develop higher capacity and to develop the technology to enable Kenya participate in space exploration and in space science. And we believe that the University of Nairobi can provide the required leadership to enable Kenyans become operators in space. This is an area where we have not engaged, but we believe that is a very important area. And the more advanced countries have used this development to actually inspire and motivate the development of their industries. So we believe that Kenya can also benefit in a similar way if we engage in space science.
Indeed, at a time like this, when one of our big four is manufacturing, this kind of science will put Kenya into the cutting edge, and indeed the university's capacity and performance in matters space science and engineering in general.
Yes, thank you very much for this opportunity. Following the successful launch and installation of International Space Station, and Japan through the JAXA, Japan Exploration Agency, now preparing for deployment Kenya's first satellite to the universe. This coming Friday, JAXA, our Japanese astronaut will prepare launching the first Kenyan satellite. So this is a very historical moment. So we like to share this moment with the Kenyan people, also the Japanese people in Tokyo, and all related people in Japan. So, thank you.
Just further to this, ladies and gentlemen, there will be an event in Japan, and there will be an event in the universe, and there will be an event here at the University of Nairobi. What will be happening in Japan, which is the deployment, will be witnessed by some Kenyans who will attend this historic event in Japan. But here in Kenya, we are going to have an event here in the auditorium where what is happening in Japan will be beamed into Kenya. There will be an opportunity for a Kenyan to speak to the astronauts in the universe, and also from Japan. We are looking forward very anxiously and passionately to this great moment when the University of Nairobi and Kenya will truly be in the universe, and then we can build from there. It will have capability, for example, to do earth mapping, to be used for educational purposes, to map wildlife, environment, and many other commercial activities that will be able to release and clarify as we move along. We hope that we shall be able to continue to strengthen our Earth station here at the university, as has been explained earlier, and we can also build more of these cubes so that we have a constellation that will continue to increase the power of our capacity to enjoy the benefits, more benefits of satellite technology.
Wow, that's quite encouraging news in tech development. We hope that Kenya will be maybe the first country in Africa to land in mass, maybe. Anyway, moving on is that the Guinness beer brand gave Kisumu football fans the ultimate viewing experience over the weekend after the Guinness Football Fan Zone campaign was in Kisumu Simba Club Union. The fans got lots of Guinness merchandise giveaways, a chance to watch live the English Premier League matches lined up on that day, and electric performance from celebrity artists, DJs and MCs. Guinness is currently running the campaign, which is structured along the 1759, the year which Guinness was first brewed and introduced in Dublin, Ireland. The campaign will see several revelers in the country rewarded with instant prizes for their loyalty to the brand as the manufacturer looks to tap into the growing consumer needs.
Papa, the function is fine. I'm having an awesome day. Yeah, and I think you should organize more events kama hizi.
I just won myself a t-shirt, and I'm so happy about Guinness for organizing this because I'm so very much enjoying myself, and I'm so happy this event is rolling in. Guinness the drink is a very good drink, by the way. In fact, when chilled, it's very nice. Okay, yeah, I love Guinness. It has always been my favorite drink. I can't lie, but I love the event. So with Guinness and the event, I think everything is just okay.
Okay, the drink is fine. It's smooth. Haina hangover.
And staying with the Guinness Football Fan Zone story, remember that alcohol consumption is strictly for persons aged 18 and above. Now we move straight in Mombasa, where more than 10,000 driving school students are protesting over failure to have their licenses successfully processed. The students are counting losses, claiming that lack of driving licenses have caused them job opportunities. Together with the Driving School Association chairman in the region, they stormed the National Transport and Safety Authority offices in Mombasa, demanding for an explanation and, most importantly, their driving licenses.
Kwa jina naitwa Tracy Mwamburi, nimesomea KenSaf, nimefanya bakoloda, nimelipa 68k, and nilifanya mtihani August last year, tukapewa interim zenye saizi zimepotea kwa system. na tumekuwa tukihangaika, unafanya training, unamaliza, unaenda kutafuta kazi, umequalify and huwezi pata kazi juu unaambiwa uprovide the lesson.
Tuapita Kamta na tuko na shida. Mimi nimesomea unique driving school kutoka January ndio tulifanya exam, na tukaambiwa baada ya kufanya exam baada ya 3 weeks tutakuwa tumepata idarim. So now hatujapata idarim, na tukienda kwa shule ambayo tulisomea unique wanatuambia twende urban, pale tulifanyia na mtihani.
Hii mambo ya driving imeaffect watu wengi kutoka mwaka uliopita. Ilianza kuanzia mwezi wa July last year. Kuna wengi walikuwa wamefanya mtihani na wakakosa kupata driving license zao. Ingawa NTSA imeendelea kutoa zingine, kuna wengi kutoka mwezi wa September mpaka wa sasa hawajapata driving licenses. So hiyo ni upande moja, kuna shida ya kukosa kupata driving license wale walikuwa wamefanya mtihani. Ya pili, kuna wale pia wamefanya mtihani yao na hata wale hawajapata interims. Maana wanasema kulikuwa na new curriculum iliingia, na ilipofanywa na polisi ikawa upande ya polisi na NTSA kila moja anafuta upande yake.
And now to union matters is that Kotu boss Francis Atwoli now claims his life is in danger. Atwoli on Saturday said that he has reliable information that 4 hitmen have been hired to eliminate him. Speaking to journalists at the Tom Mboya Labour College in Kisumu, Atwoli said that the 4 hitmen are suspected to be hired by some key politicians. He said efforts to record the statement by police have been futile since it has not been helpful, and he has since been ignored.
There is a threat with some few individuals or a clique or a group of people either in leadership or politicians who are organizing to hire 4 hitmen within a week to deal with me or to eliminate me. And I have received very reliable information, of which I have already shared it with the government, and I want to thank the government's assurance that they will do what it takes to make sure I'm protected. This is in relation of what I always say. I have said anything that I feel is good for this nation under the sun without fear or favor. And it hasn't gone on well with some other politicians who met somewhere and planned how to hire 4 hitmen within a week and make sure I'm eliminated. This has happened to some people in this country. This has happened elsewhere, and I cannot take it lightly, and the government as well has promised that it will not take it lightly. But let me assure them that it is not something they started yesterday or this week. It is what they have been planning for some time, and I knew before my informer gave me inside story about it. I knew it. And I was ready more than before, that anywhere, anytime, wherever they are, they should be informed that they would be met by more force than what normally is known as equal force. If they think that they are really hitmen.
And now, still staying with union matters, is that drama unfolded after the Kenya National Union of Teachers headquarters after heavily built men blocked NAT Secretary General Wilson Sossion from accessing his office on Monday. The heavily built men were standing at the building's facade, informed Sossion that they were under strict instructions not to allow him into the building. Armed with a court order suspending his removal from the office, Sossion confronted the men to no avail.
You know everything about this. These are not security firms. These are not licensed security individuals. Not at all. therefore you are contravening the court orders. And whoever has instructed you is liable for court contempt. The magnitude of this issue can only be dealt with by the police, not you. With security family. Nitangoja hapa mpaka mtoke. Because I must access my office, I must walk. I mean, this is strange. You bring goons to block. These are court orders. Very, very clear. This office has never been occupied by courts since it was inaugurated in 1973. This is the first time. These are not security officers. These are goons. Allow me to pass. Because I'll assume that you are my guest. Can you allow me to pass? Allow me to pass. Go do my work. Please. Give me way.
Police in Makinduru, Tigania East have arrested 2 suspects in a border theft ring that has left 4 border riders dead in the last 4 months. The suspects were arrested along a transporter who was ready to collect the motorbike parts on Sunday morning. Several motorbike engines and other parts were found in the home of a suspect along the Meru-Mikinduru road. Angry residents and border riders later set ablaze the home belonging to the suspect after the police left. A shop and a vehicle were also set ablaze before locals scattered away with some parts of the pickup. The farm of the suspect were also destroyed.
Kuna mtu ambaye tulikuwa tunamdhamini zaidi, sababu hata ripoti sikiwa ripoti mbaya alikuwa akipeana hizo ripoti kwa waandishi wa habari. Hata tumestukia ya kwamba wenye wanauliwa vijana wa bodaboda, yeye ndiye anahifadhi zile maijini na zile mapikipiki, na ya kwamba sisi saizi tuko na tumepigwa na mshtuko wa moyo. Pikipiki zenye nilishuhudia na macho yangu ni 5, spare part ni 2.
Nimesema Mungu wa leo si mzee, ni kijana, kwa sababu ametoa kazi kama hiyo ya leo imetoweka. Au huyo mtu anasema anaitwa mwakori ndenge, lakini sio mwakori ndenge, ni mwakori wa watu, anaua watu. Na sasa ndio Mungu ameona tumemuomba na amesikia maombi yetu. Leo mwakori ametokeza na Mungu amemtoa.
Vijana wetu wale walikuwa ambaye kesho yake wao watu wa maana washakufia hapo, lakini kwa hiyo mwakori tulikuwa tukidhani ni mtu mzuri, lakini kwa hivyo mwakori wa Ndenge ndio alikuwa anatengeneza watu. Usiku ukiingia uwezi panda hii njia ya kutoka Mikindori mpaka hapa Muigandra. Tunamjua sana kwa kazi yake, kama ameweka nduka. Haya, saa zingine alikuwa amelisha ng'ombe. Haya, saa zingine ni mtangazaji wa Mwariama FM, Meru FM. Ashatoka kwa Meru FM, sasa akawa mtu wa kutakata watu viso.
And now in Turkana County is that Turkana South Legislator James Lemonen has said that the best security assurance for discovered oil in the vast Turkana region will be a satisfied host community. Lemonen said that the state must not think of beefing up security with additional police officers or the military will deter their quest for revenue sharing. He said the community had been marginalized for decades and previous regimes and called for proper revenue sharing for the oil proceed with the host community. The oil is soon supposed to be exported in an early oil pilot scheme.
Haiwezekani, na nataka kuelezea dunia mahali ambapo mafuta iko, hata ukileta jeshi, hata ukileta US Army, hata ukileta ya Russia, haiwezi kachunga hiyo mafuta. The best security for oil, the best security for this oil is the host community. If the host community are okay, that is the best security. And I want to advise the world, what brought problem in Niger Delta are two words. These two words are local content, and I want these words to be taken into record. What will bring problem in Kenya are three words. This is local content and capping.
And now to some agricultural news is that the Ministry of Agriculture, Livestock and Fisheries has urged dairy farmers to stock enough feeds to stabilize milk production. Speaking in Kisumu, Director of Livestock, Julius Kiptaras, urged farmers to plant yellow maize for silage.
There is a dip of milk production by 50%. And if you go to central Kenya, the production is consistent because they are using, they're conserving their feeds using silage. I think our farmers, there is need to intensify on silage making so that we also have constant milk production during the dry and during the other season. Our farmers, they rely on only maize stovers to feed the animals and milk drops drastically. So there is need for this program and the extension workers to train farmers on silage making. Maize silage is very critical for milk production. If we can have yellow maize, that way will go a long way in ensuring that there is constant milk production in these areas.
And on that note, Business Tuesday has come to a close. Remember, you can catch this episode of the program every Tuesday of the week at the same time. My name is Eddie Nyadwa, and thanks for watching.